to the elect, nation of Israel, the elect of Yahushai. I guess this will be my first edition of In My Kitchen. And reason why I'm doing this lesson is because, brothers and you few sisters out there that watch our videos, we got to start doing better, which means we got to start eating better. We got to stop with the junk food. There's an old saying, you are what you eat. Now, if you're eating junk, especially eating junk all day, then that's what you're going to be. You're going to be junk. You got to get better foods in you. You got to get foods that cut down on inflammation of the body, because that's where disease comes from. The word disease means the body's not at ease. And one of the reasons why the body's not at ease, the organs are not working right, is because your body's filled with inflammation. One of the reasons why your body is filled with inflammation is because you're eating the wrong foods. Yes, it goes back to diet. Okay? And I have been researching over and over again. And for the last, I would say 3 weeks, almost going on a month, what I've been doing is something called intermittent fasting, which I'm on a fast right now. My last meal is usually around 6 in the evening when I stop eating. And I've been doing this for 3 weeks, going on almost a month. And like I said, my last meal is around 6 in the evening, and I don't eat until 2 o'clock in the afternoon the following day. So that gives me a 20-hour fast, which I plan to go longer, but I'm comfortable with that right now. 20-hour fast, which gives me a 4-hour window of eating. Now, it's very important to eat the right things during that 4 hours. Now, I don't recommend you brothers and you few sisters start with the 20-hour fast, 4-hour eating. I don't recommend you start with that. That's pretty extreme. They call that the warrior diet. When you Google it, you want to start with, many people start with, 16-8, 16 hours of fast and 8 hours of eating. Some even do the 12-12, 12 hours of eating, 12 hours fasting. And fasting is very important for the body, because that's the time when the body, you're giving your organs a rest. You're giving your organs a rest, your liver, your kidneys. You're giving them a rest, and other organs that work in tandem with, the process of eating. You're giving them a rest so that they can heal themselves. Okay? The Heavenly Father, when He created the body, He created it with the ability to heal itself, service itself. As a matter of fact, the word immune, look it up from the etymology dictionary. Immune, it literally means in service, meaning the body has the ability to service itself. That is, heal itself. But you got to give it a break. You can't be eating all day. A lot of our people, they're eating all day. And the reason why you eat all day is because, first of all, you're not eating food. You're eating junk food. You're eating stuff that's junk, stuff that has no nutrients. The reason why we eat is to get nutrients for energy. Okay, a lot of people have forgotten why we eat. Most people, they live to eat. They don't eat to live. If you live to eat, you're going to eat anything, man. Whether it has nutrients in it or not, you're going to eat it simply because it tastes good. No, we got to learn to live to eat. Now, I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong. We got to learn to eat to live. We don't live to eat. We got to learn to eat to live. All right? When you eat to live, then you're more you're thinking more of what you're putting in your body when you eat to live. Okay? And there are foods out there that certainly, even though Esau has jacked up all the foods, through GMO and all that crap, well, that's where research comes in. When you buy a product, you got to know what's in there. You got to read the ingredients. Now, I'm going to put a link to a channel, this guy named Bobby Parrish, which I think he's a Jake, man. I think that dude is a Jake. He looks like a straight up Edomite, Bobby Parrish. And he has a channel where he goes to these supermarkets like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, and he'll pick up the products and he'll go through the chemicals, the ingredients in those products, and he'll tell you what to buy and what not to buy. This guy, I found him. Well, Spirit led me to his channel about a week ago, and I told Elder Apostle Tahar about him and Elder Apostle Ramlab about him. That guy is very informative, man. Very, very informative channel. Bobby Parrish. Just Google Bobby Parrish. I'll put the link after this video. And he goes to Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, and he'll pick up a product. A lot of times he gets kicked out of the... They'll tell him he's got to go, he's got to leave. He'll get kicked out of the supermarket. But he brings the knowledge, man. He'll tell you what to eat, what not to eat. He'll tell you what's good, what you should stay away from. Like if you certain products you pick up, you'll see natural flavorings, right? Natural flavorings. And like Bobby says, there's nothing natural about it. It's nothing but a chemical enhancer that they put in the food to allow it to stay on the shelves. Did you ever wonder why certain foods can go on the shelves and not get bad, not go bad? Food is, after a period of time, real food is supposed to go bad, right? After a period of time. Makes sense, right? Well, that's why. Because a lot of these so-called foods laced with chemicals that preserve them. That's why they're able to stay on the shelves for weeks on end. But see, the problem is when we put those things in our body, they cause huge amounts of inflammation. All of a sudden, this ain't working right and that ain't working right. And if it's prolonged, then you come down with a disease. Now you got to go to the doctor. And here comes the doctor giving you all kind of crazy medication, man. Brothers, we got to do better, man. We got to do better. The Yahweh Shem Yahushua is giving us all this information so we can come up on a level. Now, what you're looking at is some of the foods that for the last 3 weeks that I've been eating, putting in my system when I do eat. Another thing, too, you don't want to eat, you should at least eat once a day. Esau taught us we got to eat three square meals. That's bullshit. Okay? That's complete horse shit. In the ancient times, people eating was usually done once a day. When they sat down to eat, because the meal took time to prepare the meal, right? That's a lost art, And once the meal was finally prepared, then they ate, and they ate until they were full. All right, so we got to go back to the ancient way, man. There's a scripture where it speaks about what is that? Someone can put it in the comment section. I'll just quote it. It says to ask for the old paths, the old ways, right? Because the old ways were the better ways. Someone please put that in the comment section. Okay, yeah, that's it. Jeremiah 6:16, correct. So we got to go back to the old ways of doing things. And like I said in the past, our forefathers, they pretty much ate one meal, what is called OMAD today, 1 meal a day. But that meal got to be a nutritious meal. That meal got to be full of vitamins and nutrients to sustain the body. See, when you do that, then it's impossible for you to get fat and morbidly obese. Too many of our people, man, especially the so-called black woman, we get down on her hot and heavy, but it is true. There's a statistic, it says, 80%, 85% of so-called black women are morbidly obese. And a person that's morbidly obese, they don't care what they put in their body. No, we got to do better than that, okay? All right, so let me walk you through some of these these foods that I have here, and then I'll show you in my fridge here some of the stuff that I fridge and freezer, some of the stuff that I incorporate in my day of my day. Now, another thing I've noticed that I have stopped doing is going to these restaurants and eating. Basically, the best thing you can do for yourself, if you have the ability to do it, is to cook for yourself. That way you can control your sugar and you control your salt. A lot of these restaurants, you go and you order a meal, they use first of all, they use that white salt, which is which is just what is that? White salt is what should I call it? Poison, for lack of a better term. And that's why our people are so bugged out. Remember, all these junk foods, they affect the brain too. They affect your nervous system. Too much inflammation in the body will affect your nervous system. That's why so many of us have brain fog. Google the term brain fog. Can't think straight. We can't think quick enough. I mean, we're under the curses, and we're wrestling against spirits. The scriptures tell us that, but it also has to do with diet. We got to start changing our diet. And you notice I say we, that includes me. And I've been working on it for the last, 3 weeks going into a month. I've made a conscious effort to stop eating foods that don't benefit me. I want to start eating foods that benefit me. All right, that will enhance my ability, okay, so to speak. Stop putting the junk, So too many of our people are obese, man. Too many of our people have diabetes. You have diabetes because your diet. That's why you have diabetes. I was not too long ago, I saw a video with this guy, Dr. Dre, not the Dr. Dre out in California, the Dr. Dre from the East Coast. He did a show with Ed Lover and Dr. Dre. Some of you may remember that. Well, Dr. Dre, man, this guy, the picture I saw, both his legs were fucked up. They were real jacked up. One leg was gone from beneath the knee. They cut it off. And the other leg it looked just as terrible. It was all black and nasty looking with sores in it. All I could do was, man, that kind of scared me, man. I just shook my head. I said, yeah, man, this guy's diet was atrocious. And that's the result of diabetes. Earlier I was watching Elder Pastor's video, and like he said, from diabetes you could go blind, okay? You could lose your legs. And that all goes back to diet, man. So if you don't care about what you put in your body, eventually it's going to catch up with you. Now, we're hoping we don't have too much longer in this kingdom, but for the duration of time that we do have, we got to do better. So this is why I'm doing this video, all right? If it will help one brother out there or one sister, then I've done my job, all right? So, a lot of us, we like eggs, right? This is the eggs that you want to buy, okay? And all you have to do is Google every food that I show you. Google the benefits of it. That's what you do. I think we got a scoffer in there. Scorner. Yeah, well, the reason why you scoff and scorn is because your diet is atrocious. You're the person I'm talking about. See, if you were eating better foods, you wouldn't scoff and scorn. You would be in your right mind. Anyway, so what you're looking at is a lot of our people, we eat eggs. This is the eggs that you want to eat. All right. As you see here, Vital Farms, pasture-raised, non-GMO. Okay. There's a guy by the name of Dr. Eric Berg. You want to check out his channel. He has a very good channel. He talks about pasture-raised eggs. The same thing with Bobby Parrish. He talks about pasture-raised eggs. And honestly, I've been eating it for the last, 3 weeks now. And you not only do you see the difference in the yolks, you taste the difference. Okay? It's like real eggs. You can boil it or you can fry it. Now, speaking of frying, what I do is you got to watch the butter that you use, right? So now I'm going to put you up on game. Okay? Bear with me for a minute. Bear with me for a minute. Here we go. You see that? Kerrygold. You can get that at Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. I believe, yeah, I saw it I was at Trader Joe's yesterday. I did see it. Yeah, you can get that there. It's a little expensive, but that's the thing, brothers say and sisters too. Oh, well, these foods they're expensive. I'm not used to paying that. Well, look, number one, yeah, if you're going to eat better, you're going to spend a little more money. Yeah, that's true. But think about it this way. If you keep eating the way you're eating that junk, eventually you're going to go to the doctor. You're going to have to go to the doctor. Now you're really spending some money. So what are you going to do? Are you going to spend to get better quality foods? Or do you want to give it to the doctor? You make the decision. You make the choice. Okay? You eat better food. Your body works better. You get better sleep. You get more energy. You think better. You make better decisions. It's a win-win-win situation, man. All right? We got to come up on a better level, man, on a higher level. Okay? At least while we're here. So yeah, so if you're gonna hook up your eggs, you want to put butter in the pan to start. If you're gonna fry your eggs, then you use this butter here. This is real butter. All right, according to both of them, Dr. Eric Berg and Bobby Parrish, they both say that European butter is better than American butter. And I don't remember, they gave some reasons, but I don't remember. Like I say, you have to do your own research. But this is from Ireland, Irish grass-fed cows. Grass-fed cows, very important. Another thing too, if you buy meat, it's got to be grass-fed. Okay, both guys talk about grass-fed beef. Okay, organic grass-fed beef. Yeah, it's a little expensive, but it's better for you than the other crap. Okay, so you would put some butter in your pan and go and fry your eggs. And you would use these eggs. Okay, pasture-raised, non-GMO, or pasture-raised in general. All right, yeah, olive oil is good. Yep. The brother Yasharala 144. Olive oil is very good. As a matter of fact, I do believe I have. What's good too is, besides olive oil, is coconut oil. Hey, there you go. This is a very good brand. You can get this at Whole Foods. Dr. Bronner's extra virgin coconut oil. Excellent. So you can use that with your pasture-raised eggs. How about that? Or you can use the butter. I myself like butter because butter has healthy fats. The body needs fats. But the body needs, a lot of people think fat is the bad guy. No, it depends on what kind of fat, not trans fat. Look up trans fat. All right, look that up. That's poison, trans fat. No, what you want is real fats. All right, butter is in the scriptures. Hey, we can't go wrong if we stick to the foods that are in the scriptures. Butter is in the scriptures. But it depends what kind of butter that you use, okay? And this is very good here. Kerrygold, pure Irish butter, okay? Or coconut oil, Dr. Bronner's, okay? There you go. So there you go. Your eggs, butter. Now, like with me, I don't eat, like I said, for the last almost month, I don't eat in the morning. What I do is take a bottle of water. It's time to detoxify, right? So you take a bottle of water and you cut a lemon in half. All right? You put that in the water, okay? And drink it. Take it down. That should be your first so-called thing you do in the morning. Because like, what's his name? Either was Bobby Parrish or Eric Berg. He said when you get up in the morning, we're dehydrated. So the first thing we want to do is hydrate ourselves. Look up the word hydrate. So the way we do that is with water and lemon. Lemon, this thing right here that the Heavenly Father created, this is very excellent for detoxifying the body. That means removing toxins out of the body. Lemon. You cut this in half. I use this squeezer right here. Extract the lemon juice and then pour it in the water. Take that down. Also, something good to use too, along with the water, which is what I do before normally I would be out walking, exercising, but it's raining outside right now, so I would use this. Dr. Bragg's, you want to get Dr. Bragg's apple cider vinegar because it has the mother in it. Okay, now you can Google all these things to find out the benefits. I can't tell you all the benefits offhand, all right? I don't remember all the benefits. You have to do your own research, okay? So you would put this lemon here with your water along with the apple cider vinegar. Okay, yes, the lemon peel is excellent, yep. And I'm going to be doing more videos like this, trust me. All right, so, and you take it down. This is excellent for detoxifying and hydrating the body. Okay? All right, so let's move to mealtime. So, let me show you, yesterday I had this. What you're looking at here is an omelet, and I had some leftover salmon, and I packed the salmon in the omelet along with some veggies that I had some lettuce and stuff, kale and stuff, mixed veggies, and then some tomatoes and stuff, and that's my omelet. Look at that. Tell me that don't look good. And I used 5 eggs, and I wasn't able to eat. Another thing too, when you start eating like that, you don't eat too much. You don't have to. Hey, I'm up right now. I'm not even hungry, man, and I feel like I can go for a run. It really does change your life, man, when you apply these principles. But anyway, yeah. So I had half of it, and the other half I said, you know what? I'll save it for tomorrow. Again, this stops you from going to these crazy restaurants and ordering their shit, and they got all kind of sugar in there, all kind of salt in there, and you wonder why after you've left the restaurant you feel like shit. That's why you feel like shit. You got to start cooking for your own self, man. That way you can control what you put in your body. Hey, the only person that's going to care about you is you, man. them restaurants, and they're only out there to make money, man. In reality, they don't really care about you. All right? We got to care about ourselves, man. Now, what you're looking at is, brothers, listen carefully. You got to stay away from that white rice. You got to stay away from that white rice, and certain brown rices you can eat. You have to check some of these, according to this guy, Bobby Parrish, some of these brown rice laced with arsenic, and coffee is good. It depends. Organic coffee is good. Black, that's good stuff. Like I said, some people come on here, what about this? What about, Google it, man. Google the benefits. Like you asked about coffee. Google the benefits of coffee. Then go to Bobby Parrish, put Bobby Parrish coffee. He'll tell you what coffee you should buy and where you can extract the most benefits. We want to eat to live. We don't want to live to eat. We want to eat to live. That's what we do around here. We eat to live. Okay? So what you're looking at is what was called the forbidden rice. Okay, Google the benefits of that. That was a reason why it's called forbidden rice, because there was a time in China when only the emperors could eat it for its health benefits. Black rice. Okay? Again, Google the benefits of black rice. You would ditch the white rice. Watch it with the brown rice. Get the better brown rice. You'll have to do your research. But with the black rice, you cannot go wrong. Okay? You cannot go wrong with the black rice. All right? You see it there. You can get it at Whole Foods. And if you can't find it at Whole Foods, because as of late I've been noticing they've been taking it down from the shelves. Like a couple times I went there, they didn't even have it. The East Indian store I used to go to, they didn't even have it. The black rice. They have this other. Let me show you if I have it here. Yeah, here we go. They have this other black rice here. That one's pretty good. It's got the Japanese writing on it. Now this I got from this East Indian supermarket that I go to. So you can go to the East Indian supermarkets and get it, or you can get it at Whole Foods. You'll get this brand at Whole Foods. You'll see it. All right. But more and more they're pulling it off the shelves. Why? I don't have to tell you why they're pulling it off the shelves. How come they don't pull the white rice off the shelves? Uncle Ben's white rice. How come they don't pull that shit off the shelf? Huh? Remember, the wicked elite have an agenda, man. What is the agenda? To kill what? 7.5 billion people? All right? GMO foods will do it, man. People are getting cancer at an alarming rate. People are dropping dead from heart attacks and strokes and all that. Yeah, because of what they eat. You eat the right foods, like Elder Pastor always says, eat lawful foods. You eat the right foods, you don't drop dead from a heart attack or a stroke or anything like that. Unless it's the will of the Heavenly Father. Then there's nothing you can do. All right, so the black rice, like, I'll show you a little good meal here. It don't take much money. You see this? Sardines. Wild Planet. Google the benefits of sardines. Filled with omega-3s. You want omega-3s in your body. That also comes from eggs. Omega-3s. Google the benefits of omega-3s, what it does for the body. Okay? So salmons are excellent. Salmon and which there's some salmon in here, like I told you earlier. And sardines. I remember in the islands we used to eat that a lot, sardines. And come to think of it, when I was in St. Lucia, because I spent like, 5 years in St. Lucia, I hardly got sick. It wasn't until I came to America, man. That's why the word America means bitter. And this place is bitter. It wasn't until I came to America and started eating all that shit, then we started getting sick, getting colds. You know? When I was in St. Lucia, I didn't get that shit. Because we were eating real foods. We'd pick mangoes from off the tree and eat it. You know, I remember that shit, man. But anyway, we got to get back to it. We got to do right. Again, sardines, Wild Planet. There you go. Okay? Yeah, basil and garlic is good. Yep. And you can get that at Whole Foods. Now, according to, I think it was Bobby Parrish, according to him, he said, you want to get the one packed in water. This one is packed in extra virgin olive oil, which is good, with lemon, which is also good. Lemon, you know, the ingredients in here is good. Okay? But you want to get the ones preferably packed in water. But this is good too. There's nutrients in this. A lot of nutrients. Okay? And then you can cook the way you cook the black rice is, the ratio is, let me bring my cup out here. Get a cup right here. 1 cup of black rice, 2 cups of water. So let's say we're going to cook this black rice in a stainless steel pot, if you can get that. You got to ditch the Teflon, man. The Teflon is not good, man. Stainless steel pot. There you see. All right. Put 1 cup of that black rice in there, 2 cups of water, 15-20 minutes. Boom. You got it. And you can put a little salt in there, a little Himalayan pink salt. Not just any salt, Himalayan pink salt, or you can get Celtic. Look for Celtic salt. Okay, Celtic salt is good. You put a little salt in your rice, you hook up some sardines, and you got a hell of a meal. You brothers and sisters out there, you try that once and tell me if that don't fill you up. You'll go hours without eating, okay? Unlike the junk that you eat now, and then, half an hour later, you're hungry again. Yeah, because you're not eating real food. See, when we eat real food, we don't get hungry like that. It's just that simple. Okay, well, for the smoothies, I use this. Now, I used to create my own almond milk, and there's videos that show you how to do that. But after a couple of days, even the refrigerator, it goes bad. So I opted to get the best almond milk that I can possibly get, and this is one of the best. This is the best. Inside joke. Malik. Oh, I'm sorry, Malik. Malk. Almond milk. Malk. All right. So there you go. Make your smoothies with that. Speaking of smoothies, let's go over to the freezer here. All right. To make your smoothies, you can get, which I go to Trader Joe's to get your frozen strawberries. This is pretty good. This is very tasty. Right here. This is organic mixed berry. All right, the different berries, which are excellent for the body. Strawberries, raspberries, blueberries. Get your berries, man. Okay? Google the benefits of each one. Google the benefits of real strawberries, real raspberries, real blueberries. Berries are what they call antioxidants. Antioxidant. I hope I said the word right. Very good for the body. Now, if you're going to eat bread, which I eat bread as of late, I eat bread very rarely. But when I do eat bread, this is the bread you want to get. This is wheat-free. You got to stay away from that wheat, brothers and you few sisters. That wheat is no good for you. And wheat is almost in everything that we buy. You got to try to stay away from that wheat. There's a video out there called Wheat Belly. See if you can find that video. I forgot the guy's name. He goes into it, the dangers of wheat. Okay? All those real harsh chemicals that they put in wheat today. The scriptures speak of wheat, but the wheat back then is nothing like the wheat they have now. Remember, Esau has contaminated damn near everything, man. But there are ways around it. There are ways you can get around it. It all goes back to knowledge. Remember what the scriptures say, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of our times. We got to get the knowledge. Jake is too lazy, man. Jake don't research. That's the problem with our people. They don't research. The scriptures speak about a prudent man looketh well to his going. Well, we got to be prudent. So, and you'll notice, right? Esau, all this stuff that I'm telling you, Esau knows it, but they ain't going to tell you. Watch Esau when you go to Whole Foods and Trader Joe's. Watch Esau. Study them real good. It takes them a while before they put what they want to put in their cart, because they know they look, and then most of them they're reading the ingredients to see what's in there. Jake don't do that. Jake just go into the supermarket and just start picking shit. What did the Lord say? Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. That's what the Lord said, man. Well, there you go. Base culture. Excellent bread. See, I'm almost done with it. I take a couple of pieces, toast that bad boy. Where's my toaster? It's in the back there. Don't need to get it. You know what a toaster look like. Toast that bad boy, and that's it. Put my Kerrygold butter. Bing. There you go. Pure Irish butter. We got to do better, brothers and you few sisters. We got to do better. That's why I'm doing these videos. So you can learn, just like I learned. Another good bread, too, which I don't eat that much because it's good, but I think the base culture, according to Bobby Parrish, the base culture is numero uno. Then he mentioned another bread, too. I forgot the name of it. And you got to keep this bread in the freezer, which lets you know that it's good. Look, these other breads, you go in the store, they be on the shelves for what? For weeks, months, and they ain't going bad. Don't that tell you something? The reason why this bread is in the freezer, because it's real bread. If you don't put it in the freezer or keep it in the freezer, eventually it goes bad. That should tell you something right there. Another good bread is Ezekiel bread. That's right, Ezekiel bread. The sprouted grains. You want to get the sprouted grains. Okay, sprouted bread. Google the benefits of that. Sprouted grains. Okay. Now, like I said, I don't eat it that much. Try to stay away from the bread. That's where you get the big belly from. But if you eat breads like this, your belly ain't gonna protrude beyond your belt. Okay, there you go. All right. See what have I not covered here? I guess that's pretty much it for now. Like I said, I will be doing more videos. This is the first of a series in my kitchen, and as I do it for myself, I'll pass on the information to you brothers and you sisters out there. This video is like 3 weeks in the making, at least almost 3 weeks to a month in the making, because I didn't want to just as soon as I do it the first day and come and tell you what to do and try to sound like I'm an expert or some shit. But I'm telling you, I've been doing it for the last 3 weeks, almost a month, and it works. I've lost like probably more than 20 pounds, man. Okay. All right, so it works. We got to put real foods in our bodies, man. We just got to do it. All right, so hopefully you brothers can start off with the information I've given you. Again, you want to Google Bobby Parrish. You want to Google Eric Berg, Dr. Eric Berg. That's B-E-R-G. You want to Google those two dudes. All right, they get down, man. All right, so with that, hopefully you were edified. Let's on to the next one. Shalom to the Lord's elect.